All right, guys, what's going on? Hope you're doing good. Hope you had a great weekend. So, back with another Sebastian Rogers video. And this one will probably encompass the Summer Wells investigation, too. So, not really much going on. I got on here, looked at the internet, looked at a few things. Just nothing really going on in the Sebastian Rogers case. It's not even really being talked about much on YouTube anymore. From what I see, I got on there this morning. Nobody's really talking about it, hardly. But I got to thinking, and with the Sebastian Rogers and the Summer Wells case, I think we just need to be patient. Just need to be patient. I think that is the biggest thing as far as the public goes. That's probably the biggest thing that we need to work on as far as our weaknesses. You know, we want things solved. We want answers. We want them quick. We want them now. And I'd have to say, as far as I go, you know, I'm the same way. You know, you just want answers. You want them quick. You want them now. You want to know what happened. And I think the big thing is, you know, when you got multiple agencies investigating, you just assume that the answers are going to come pretty quickly. But that's not always the case. And I want to talk about this case here in Hawkins County that happened in 2013. And it really wasn't solved until 2021. So, like 8 years, guys, 8 years to solve it. And the killer was right there under their nose. Right under their nose. And it took them 8 years to solve it. So let me tell you a little bit about this case. I'm going to read it here to you. And credit goes out to News Channel 5, WCYB. Woman pleads guilty to 2013 Hawkins County murder, sentenced to 20 years in prison. Tina Marie Luster, 48, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. The story goes on to say, a Kingsport woman has pleaded guilty to second-degree murder following a 2013 homicide. So again, this happened in 2013, guys, and this article is 2023, but I do believe she was arrested in 2021. Tina Marie Luster, 48, pleaded guilty to the murder of Regilla Ann Stacy and was sentenced to 20 years in prison. Authorities previously said that Tennessee Bureau of Investigation agents and Hawkins County detectives investigated the death of Stacy, who was found beaten and shot inside her home on Mountain View School Road in Hawkins County. The investigation ultimately led authorities to 46-year-old Tina Marie Luster, an acquaintance of Stacy, as the person responsible for her death, according to authorities. Luster was charged in 2021. So there you go. 8 years, guys. 8 years to solve the murder of Regilla Ann Stacy in Hawkins County. And the TBI were involved. I don't know if the FBI was involved, but the TBI was involved. 8 years, guys. And it said the investigation led authorities to Tina Marie Luster, an acquaintance of Stacy. An acquaintance. So the suspect was right there under the nose, out in plain view, TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Department for 8 years. Tina Marie Luster was right there under their nose for 8 years. And it took them 8 years to solve it. I mean, they finally did. I don't know what took them so long. Probably you know, I could do some more research on this, but overall, it just, you know, it just goes to show you that something like this, where the killer is, you know, right there under your nose the whole time, you know, makes you wonder if foul play is involved in Sebastian Rogers, if foul play is involved in Summer Wells. Are we looking at maybe an 8 to 10 year investigation here before it's solved? You know, if foul play is involved, could the killer in both cases be right under the nose of, you know, Hawkins County and TBI? I would love to hear your input on that. So I'm just comparing this case to the Sebastian Rogers and Summer Wells case. Again, guys, we just, you know, I feel like we just need to be patient. Don't know what took 8 years for Tina Marie Luster to get arrested in this case. To me, it kind of seems a little, it didn't seem like it should have took 8 years. But again, I don't know what kind of evidence and everything was involved, or lack of evidence. But again, this just goes to show you, you know, a lot of times these things don't happen in 6 weeks, 6 months, 6 years. Sometimes it's 8 to 10 years, 15 years. So, you know, just be patient, and hopefully things will lead authorities, like in this case, it led authorities to this woman who committed the murder. So hopefully, hopefully if something happened to Sebastian and Summer, I'm hoping foul play wasn't involved, you know, but I think we all have a strong hunch that it probably is. And again, it's sad to hear that this investigation into this woman took 8 years to solve. But it is what it is, and in the real world, it happens, you know. So just wanted to get on here and do a quick video. No, I didn't do one. I don't think I've done a video in 2 days. But again, guys, just be patient. It does kind of look like the interest on social media in the Sebastian Rogers case is kind of dying down. I think, I don't know. That could just be because there's you know, nothing new breaking in the investigation. I'm sure they're still investigating it, but it would be nice to know, you know, kind of what police are dealing with. I know they're not going to tell us or anything like that, but the other thing too is the reason why I think that it's got foul play involved is, you know, if Sebastian ran away, why won't they release the body cam footage, right? I mean, if there's not foul play involved, why won't they release body cam footage? So, I mean, if it's a simple thing as he walked away in the middle of the night, you know, why not release some information? I know it's an ongoing investigation. That's what they say. But, I mean, if it's as simple as, you know, hey, we do think he walked away, you know, be a little bit more transparent. Now, the other thing I kind of noticed too is that during an interview with Sebastian's stepdad, he said that he thinks Sebastian went out the front door. Right? He's under the assumption Sebastian went out the front door. My question is, well, if that's the case, why didn't we see people with tripods, you know, the forensics people with tripods and stuff like that out in the front yard? They were doing a news piece a long time ago, and it showed a bunch of investigators and possibly forensics people in the backyard. They had something on a tripod. So there was a lot of interest in that backyard for some reason. Never seen them in the front yard. Never heard about them in the front yard. It was all in the backyard where it's fenced in. So, you know, that kind of puzzles me right there. I mean, you know, his stepdad says he thinks he went out the front door. And that's just, I guess, maybe a hunch of his. I don't know. But when you go back and look at the facts, as far as news articles and videos and stuff like that, I forget if it's a local news station or what, but anyway, it showed a bunch of detectives possibly and forensics people in the backyard with a tripod and, you know, something mounted to it. And they were all over that backyard with that equipment. So I'm kind of wondering, you know, if the stepdad would, you know, if he still wants to think that Sebastian went out that front door. I wonder if he's still, you know, bringing that information out. I wonder if Chris still thinks that he went out the front door. So I wish some people would ask Chris that question, you know, about, well, you know, you think he kind of went out the front door, but why was there so much activity as far as investigators go on the news in the backyard? I'd love to hear, you know, Chris's response to that. It'd be interesting. But anyway, guys, that's basically what I got for you today. Again, just be patient. You know, something that we feel like would be an open and shut investigation sometimes takes 8 years, 15 years, 16 years. It's sad that it does. But again, in the real world, I guess it does. So let me know what you think about everything I talked about in the comments below. Hope you have a good week. I'll try to be back on here tomorrow with another, you know, What's on My Mind video. And you guys take care. I'll see you tomorrow.